I'm a little late on the walk down because we had to listen to what the president was saying about Chicago and a lot of different other things. But the main point this is me, that I got out of it, if you got out, whatever you got out of it, that's you. But what I got out of it, they're going into Chicago. And guess what, guys? Basically, it's a repeat of 94 crime bill. It's a repeat of the 94 crime bill. Meaning that he specifically said that certain type of people, if you could put 1 + 1 is 2, you know what I'm talking about. But of course, we bring that on ourselves because the way that we are carrying ourselves and the way that we are raising kids and the way we are raising the current grandkids. He straight up said, and I quote, "They are born to be criminals." That's what Donald Trump said today, guys, that they are born to be criminals. Think about that for a second. We already heard that lady that's over the number one, the Attorney General. In my opinion, if I'm not mistaken, that is the number one. That's America's top cop. That lady, Norm or him, whatever her last name is. She is America's top cop. And remember, I did the live last time, guys. She said that they're not in the business of rehabilitating. You know what I'm saying? When it's generation and generation and generations of this Pookie and Ray Ray type mentality and culture and foundation. A lot of people have the Pookie and Ray Ray foundation. That's their foundation of how they are raised. That's their foundation of how their grandkids are raised. And that's the foundation of it. And right now we're going into the fourth generation. Yeah, we're going into the fourth generation. A lot of those parents, right, that really begin the beginning of it, they're finna be grandparents at this moment soon, if they are not grandparents already, because a lot of these kids, they're having the kids at an early age, right? So only thing that we can do, if you're having kids right now, you got to start at an early age. It's unfortunate that a lot of people are already 3 or 4 generations down the line. And guess what? It's going to be hard to try to change some of these kids' minds, guys, especially when they listen to their favorite rapper, and then plus the parents and grandparents, what I'm saying, doing the exact same thing. We are deep, we are chest deep, with this type of mentality. And just like in 94, right? It's happening all over again. You know what I'm saying? Just like in 94, Joe Biden said the same exact thing. In 1990, I think it was 93, that 94 crime bill, when they presented that crime bill, you know what I'm saying, that locked nonviolent offenders up for a long extended amount of time. Guys, I know people right now that's still in prison behind that 94 crime bill, guys, of nonviolent offenders. I know a lot of people that are in prison right now for that same 94 crime bill that was passed. So we got to start, the kids, the younger guys, parents, grandparents, you got to start letting your kids pay attention to this kind of stuff. I don't care what community that you are in. Why? Because that type of mentality of community through the music is in every community right now. You got some kids, you know what I'm saying, a lot of kids that look up to these type of situations, and he said today, they are born criminals. That means that when he said that today, I said, wow. Automatically, I thought about that 94 crime bill. When he said, they are born to be criminals. They are born to do this. That's what you are born to do. In other words, this is what it really means. This is what they're thinking. is that your mama and daddy had you to be a criminal. That's why you're here, to be a criminal. That's why your mama and daddy had you to raise you to be the criminal. And guess what? As I thought about that, as I thought about it and I analyzed what's going on in real life, what I analyzed in real life is that he's kind of right. If you think about it, if you really got your feet on the ground and you really paying attention to what's going on, right? He's kind of correct. I know a lot of parents that I know, a lot of people that I know, a lot of friends that I know, and relatives that I know that raise their kids up in that type of environment early. You know what I'm saying? Have the kids committing crimes. I'm just telling it like it is, guys. I know people in real life. I got family members. I know people that I know that, that have that type of mentality. They are having kids and they're raising their kids like that. Their house is not really a foundational type house. Their house is ran basically like a criminal house, like a criminal organization. Where I'm from, we call it the trap house. There are a lot of families, guys. I said it. There are a lot of families right now that are raising their kids in the trap house type environment, right? And some of them, it don't even look like it's the bando, right? Because some people get confused. Trap house, they automatically think like a bando, a raggedy house, this, that, or whatever the case may be. But there are trap houses, you know what I'm saying? Trap houses, right? That people are raising their kids in this type of environment, but the house look like a nice looking house, but it's still the trap house because they're committing crimes up out of the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say be more specific. If you could think 1 + 1 is 2, but that's what's going on. You got grandparents, parents, sisters and brothers, nieces and nephews that actually that's the normal thing in 2025, where it's been going on for probably the past 10 years. But a lot of us understand that, and the thing that blinds us, when you're living in that environment, that becomes a normal thing. Let me say that again. When you're living in that type of environment and you're raised in that type of environment, and the people you look up to, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Your uncles, they're the ones with the so-called pocket full of money. You know what I'm saying? Really, they don't really have much, but like I say all the time, from the outside looking in, if you see somebody with a pocket full of hundreds, and you see them, like we say down here, car swingers, you know what I'm saying? And then you see all the girls, they get all the attention from the girls. You automatically think, if you're raised in that environment, you already think that's the thing to do. So guess what? That's what you try to do. And it comes with this cycle that's going on. And see, what they have realized is that what's going on is worse than 94, guys. That's one thing we need to realize. It's worse than 94. Why? It's because in 94, it was probably one generation in. Now, we got great-grandparents. We got great-grandparents that are teaching their great-grandkids this same type of cycle that I'm talking about. We're 4 generations down the line right now. And guess what? The best of us, the worst of us, I say this all the time on the channel, the worst of us have outbred the best of us. That's why you see so many criminals. It's a lot. If anybody that's over 50 and you understand what I'm talking about, you understand that from the 90s to 2025, because of the worst of us have outbred the best of us, it's a lot of the worst of us that are really around. It's a lot. And then with the development and with the how the growth of the rap, particularly gangster rap, as they used to call it, how that has basically took over the whole music scene, guess what? More people are getting access to that music. More people are getting access to that lifestyle. It has become a lifestyle now. It's the thing to do. It's the thing to be. Everybody want to be like a rapper. Everybody want to have that mentality. Everybody want to have that swag. You know, everybody, you know, but it started, you know, decades ago from, like I said, the great grandparents that are now grandparents or great grandparents. That's where it started. But today, if you paid attention to what he said today, he said something big today. He said that they, which he means the criminals, just so happen the criminals the criminals are a certain type of people. They are born to be criminals. That's big right there. That's big right there, parents and grandparents. That's big. That's why you got to pay attention on who your kids and your grandkids are socializing with, because there's a stereotype on a certain type of people and a certain type of how you carry yourself. Because if you carry yourself like that, guess what? They're going to think you're one of them. It's some kids that just think it's hip. You know, some kids think it's just hip, you know, to act how the rappers act and act how the Pookie and Ray Rays act. Some people think it's hip. A lot of females are attracted to that. That's why you got to pay attention to your kids and your grandkids, especially if they're young. You know, if they 12 or 13, then that's another thing that's difficult. Once they get about 12 or 13 years old, you know what I'm saying, and they start trying to develop their own mind, which back in the game, we used to call it wet behind the ear. You feel like you want to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. But these days, you know, back in the day, you know, don't get me wrong, we did some wrong things too. You know, nobody's perfect. But these days, they are disrespectful with it. It's a difference. They are very, very disrespectful with it. You know, I mean, I've seen a lot of kids, and once they get a certain age and they get addicted to this type of lifestyle that I'm talking about, this criminal lifestyle, and then the parents try to put the foot down when they're 12 or 13 years old, I've seen in real life parents get done all type of ways by these kids that are sucked up in this lifestyle. Sometimes the parents wake up and want to change. You know what I'm saying? And once the parents wake up and want to change, when the kids are 13, 14 years old, and they're so used to this type of lifestyle, and they're, what's more importantly, addicted to it, then guess what? They ain't gonna be trying to hear it. So parents and grandparents, if you got younger kids, you got to pay attention to what your kids not only listening to, but also who they hanging around. You have to pay very, very, very close attention. You got to try to keep them away from that. You have to. You know what I'm saying? Because it's finna get real, real ugly. Because it's getting worse. You know, it's starting to get worse. They just said that they had 50 people got shot, you know, in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And realistically, these shootings and things that's going on, it's happening every single day. Appreciate y'all for joining me. I'm your host, the one and only Stock Sniper. Yes, they have no respect. That's right. Lucky said hi. What's up, Lucky? How y'all doing? How y'all doing in the chat? Appreciate y'all for joining me. I am your host. Imagine rappers dropping lyrics about working hard and starting a legal business. They're not going to do that. Why? Because at this point in the game, it's all about the money. See, one thing about them rappers, guys, that we need to realize, all they care about is money. They'll do anything for the money. You know what I'm saying? As we see that, just watch the film all over, pay attention. They're doing anything for money. And guess what they're going to say? Oh, he got a bag for it. Oh, he got a bag for it. Oh, he got that bag though. That's what they're going to say. They're blinded by the money. You know what I'm saying? And then what they do is they don't spend less and invest. They blow the dough. Majority of them, they blow the dough. But back to the topic. Yes, appreciate y'all for joining me. I am your host, the one and only Stock Sniper. This is The Walk Down, episode 106. And if y'all didn't watch the live this morning, one big key that I got out of what the president said this morning, he said, as they were talking about crime. They were talking about crime in D.C. They were talking about crime in Chicago. They were talking about crime in Baltimore, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He said, one Pacific line, he said that they are born to be criminals. That's what he said today, guys. So if you know you out there, and just think about this, if you young and you are old and you live in a criminal lifestyle, How do you feel about somebody telling you that you were born to be a criminal? Just think about it. Somebody said, look, you just born to be a criminal. Basically, you ain't nothing. You just a piece of garbage. That's basically what they're saying. There's no way you can be rehabilitated. There's no way you can change. You know what I'm saying? They're not worrying about change. They're not worrying about rehabilitation. You know, which is, I don't really agree with that, because anybody can change. All it takes is for you to wake up and understand that there's nothing more powerful than a changed mind. Anybody can change. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is growth and development. You know what I'm saying? Growth and development. Anybody can change. But guess what, guys? The thing is, when it sounds like they have given up, guys. It sounds like they have really given up. We've heard that is a subliminal message right there. What he said about 2 hours ago. It was about 1:30 when he said this. That was the only highlight that I got out of the whole thing, is that he said they were born to be criminals. That's what he said this morning, guys. That's what he said. Now, if you have been to prison a couple of times, if you are in that boat, you know what I'm talking about. Guess what? Do you really believe in your mind that you was really born to be a criminal? This could be an aha moment for a lot of people. Do you really believe that you were born to be a criminal? Share the video, guys, to somebody you know. If you're a school teacher, you know what I'm saying? If you're an uncle, you're a nephew, you know, you're an uncle, or whatever the case may be, and you're trying to get to somebody that's young or old, that you're trying to get them to change their life and look at things a little differently. Ask them one specific question. Ask them, were they born? Like he said that they are born to be criminals. You ask them, do you really think you are born? Look at the things that you are doing. Do it make sense that what you are doing? You know, explain it to them, and you know how to talk to them, and ask them one specific question. Are you born to be a criminal? That's what you need to ask anybody you know that's living that lifestyle, because sometimes, guys, because of poverty, because no guidance, you know what I'm saying, because trying to be like somebody else, it's called following the wrong crowd. It's called, you know what I'm saying? You ask them one specific question. Do you think you were born to be a criminal? And if the answer is no, then you got them. Then you can lead the conversation on to try to get them to look at different ways and ask them, look, they're labeling you as like that's all you can do in life. They're basically labeling you as being nothing. That a piece of trash, you're nothing. That you're just born for nothing. You're just born to commit crimes. You're just born to be a criminal. You're just born to be a Pookie and Ray Ray. You're just born to be how you are. And if you want to change right now, right here today, all you got to do is use that as fuel and say now, and tell them like this. No, I'm not born to be a criminal. I'm born to be this, that, and the third. You know, I'm not born to be that. I'm only doing it because I see so-and-so doing it. I'm only doing it because I'm broke right now. I'm only doing it because I think it's cool and I've been watching NBA YoungBoy, whatever the case may be. You know, I'm only doing it because of what I seen on TV. You know what I'm saying? I'm only doing it because I think it's cool because my big brother do it, whatever the case may be. That's how you got to get. I'm only doing it because when I walk outside, that's all I see. You know what I'm saying? I'm only doing it because that's what y'all have shown me inside of the foundation of this house. See, there's a lot of different reasons why people turn out to be like that. But nobody is born to be a criminal, guys. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, for them to say it like that, they basically have thrown away the youth, guys. The youth and whoever else is committing crimes inside of that thing. But mostly what they're saying, the numbers are saying, right, it's coming out that it's mostly younger guys of a certain type of community that's doing these things. That's what the numbers say. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. What you see in real life, you know what I'm saying, when you put your foot on the ground, also tells a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I see it in real life. You know, I know, like I said before, I know people, you know what I'm saying, they come from generation to generations of living like this. generations are being taught how to be a criminal. You know what I'm saying? Generations and generations of this type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So as a family, as a unit, as a group, you have to ask and talk and have a conversation with your family. Are you born to be a criminal? You might be in the situation right now. You might be a parent. You might be a grandparent, right? And you're letting your kids, you think it's cool that little Bill know how to sing every song on NBA YoungBoy or Lil Wayne. You might think it's cool that he know every song to the lyric. You might think it's cool that Shaniqua, right, Lil Shaniqua knows every song to Sexy Red and Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. You have to understand what that's doing to them. And you got to understand what I'm talking about right now. You got to understand that what he said today, that you're born to be a criminal. You're born for this. You're born for that. So that means that not only the guys, because there's two things that are going on. The dudes are acting like Pookie and Ray Rays, and then you got the girls that are acting like Shaniqua, Bonquisha, Cardi B, and Megan Thee Stallion. So are you born? You look at your daughter or your niece or whoever it might be or your granddaughter, and you ask, are you born to be this? Do you think you were born to be to do what Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B and Shaniqua and Bonquisha and all of them are doing, and because it's all a act? You know what I'm saying? Or are you born to be like that? And you ask the guys, are you born to be a Pookie and Ray Ray? If you don't know who Pookie and Ray Ray is, go look at one movie. It's called Jack City, New Jack City. You know what I'm saying? Where the character of Pookie is in there, and then go look at South Central. You know what I'm saying? Where's the character of Ray Ray? Go look at, if you want to know who Pookie and Ray Ray is, go look at New Jack City, and then go look at South Central. And then look at for the characters of Pookie, and then look for the other character of Ray Ray. And then you'll understand what Pookie and Ray Ray is, because I had some people in the comment section, when I say Pookie and Ray Ray, a lot of people don't know who Pookie and Ray Ray is. So if you want to know, well, guys, who is Pookie and Ray Ray? Go look at New Jack City with Nino Brown, and then go look at another movie called South Central. Go look at that. And then you'll get a clear understanding of who Pookie and Ray Ray is. If you want to know who Shanae is, go look at Martin, when Martin is playing the character of Shanae, and you'll see exactly who that character is. Then it give you a clear clarity and understanding what I'm talking about on these characters. So back to what the subject at hand. See, the thing is, we are not born to be criminals, guys. We are not born to be criminals. We are not. Don't let nobody tell you that you are born to be a criminal. Don't let nobody tell you like you're born to be nothing, right? Don't let nobody tell you that. And guess what? Guess what? And you have to teach that to your kids. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot do. Because you're making mistakes, that somebody's calling you saying you're born to be a criminal. It's not true, guys. It's not true. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got to get out of what was said today. That was the main talking point that I got out of what was said. We're born to be successful. We're born to be successful as Americans or as world humans. We're born to recreate. We're born to be fathers. We're born to be mothers. We're born to be teachers, lawyers, doctors, whatever the case may be. We're born for that. We're born to help others. We're not born to be criminals. It's just sometimes people either one or two things happen. You trying to be like you trying to be like the people you were raised around, or you inside of the circle that I'm talking about earlier, with their back against the wall, living their house like it's the trap house. Either you raised in the trap house, or you just in the community and you trying to be like something because you think this is cool, that ain't cool, this cool, that is cool, and that is cool, right? Some people have to grow up a little bit, Some people have to change their mind. There's nothing more powerful than a changed mind. There's nothing more powerful than a changed mind. There's nothing more powerful than a changed mind. No, Davin Lewis, what are you talking about, crybaby? It's a message that I'm putting out. You're not thinking. You're not listening. You're not comprehending. Please think about what I'm talking about, bro. What do I have to cry about? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to reach a certain people to put it out there to let it be known that anybody can change. It's called the power of a changed mind. Don't let nobody tell you you born to be a criminal. Don't let nobody tell you you can't be rehabilitated. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't be changed. You don't need nobody's permission to change. You got to want to change for yourself. And it's called changing the way you think. Start looking at things differently. Start hanging around different type of people. That's how it starts. And then realize that it's a marathon and it's not a sprint. Hey, Don, how you doing? Appreciate you for joining me. I appreciate everybody for joining me. I am your host, the one and only Stock Sniper. If you agree with what I'm talking about, subscribe to this channel and hit the like button. Over here, this is called a walk down. I stay in my own lane and I mind my own business. And life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. I do this every single day. I'm training for a marathon. I run 4 miles a day. And then I just get on here, call the walk down. And my goal is try to help as many people as I can and to get help myself because it's a two-way street. I don't think I know it all. And matter of fact, I know I don't. It's all about growth and development. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I'm out here putting the work in. We got 132 people in the building. I love and I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me as we are 27 minutes in on this walk down. Usually when I do this walk down, it's about an hour and a half or hour after a 4 to 6 mile run. But I had to cut down, I have to cut down my walk down hours because I added another element to what I got going on, and it's content creation. In other words, I got a lot on my plate. You know what I'm saying? And this walk down is very, very, very important as we got 164 people in the building. Y'all subscribe to the channel, hit this like button. I love and I appreciate y'all for coming and rocking with me. Share the video to somebody. Watch it again and pay attention. And then go and look at what the basic point of what President Trump said. A certain type of people, they're not trying to rehabilitate you. They're not trying to give you a second chance like they did NBA Youngboy. Donald Trump gave NBA Youngboy another chance. It just so happened that NBA Youngboy, it looks like that he took advantage of the opportunity. That's a great example right there. NBA Youngboy looks like he has changed his mind. He got a second chance at his career. And guess what? He's doing it like a GO. But guys, he said today, this is what President Trump said, guys, it's very, very important, that they are born to be criminals. So I'm gonna leave it right there and let y'all think about that. Share the video. We're not born to be criminals. We're born to take care of our family, raise our kids, and pass something on to our kids and grandkids. It's called earn, spend less, and make proper investments. With that being said, I love and I appreciate y'all. To the next one, I'm the one and only Stock Sniper. To the next one, I'm out.